Hi everyone, John Cottrell here of MBODY Yoga, and this is Soft Flow Yoga. Thanks for joining me. Now in this practice, we're going to do some balancing, but a very different type of balancing. Not just standing on one foot, but actually something called spinal balance. And we're going to add a little bit of a twist and add a different pose or a new pose in addition to some spinal balance work. Let's begin. So we like to start in seated, so find a comfortable seat. I'm sitting on a nice soft blanket. Feel free to sit on a pillow or a nice cushion. This is my bolster back here, and I've got a couple of yoga blocks. Those are just optional props if you happen to have them. And you might sit cross-legged. I'm sitting in half lotus position. You don't have to sit like this. If it feels more comfortable for you to extend your legs or just to fold your legs in a different style, please do so. And if you need a little extra support for your back, you might sit up against a wall or even sit in a chair just for these first few moments as we move into breath work to prepare for our practice. So once you are seated, do sit nice and tall with a lengthened spine. You want to feel somewhat of a lightness, a lifting up sensation. Even imagine there was a string attached to the crown of your head and you're being drawn upward. Maybe a little circling of the shoulders. And take some deep breaths. So inhale completely, filling up your lungs. Exhale to empty. Again, breathing in, breathing out. And just settle in for a few moments with slow, steady breaths. Good. Just continue to feel yourself fully arrive in the moment. Take note of how you're feeling. And even get a sense if you're feeling a little bit off balance. Because in our practice today, we're going to work with bringing ourselves back to balance. Good. On your next inhale, just feel breath rising upward, filling up your lungs. Very expansive. Nice stretch across your chest. And when you exhale, just feel your belly button pull in towards your spine. Nice engagement here. This is a very important segment that we'll be using throughout our practice today. This is the abdominal lock. It really helps us with connecting with our center, feeling strong and supported, but also helps align us with balance. Again, breathing in, filling up your lungs. Exhale, pull belly in. It's just a light contraction over the abdominal muscles. Let's take 2 more breaths. Good. All right, let's make a careful transition to our hands and knees. Feel free to use a blanket here for a little extra padding, or you might double up on your mats, or you might have a nice thick mat. I happen to have a thick mat and I'm on carpet, so this is just some extra padding. So for your knees and then your wrists and hands here. Just a nice tabletop posture. Now, many of our poses today will be from this particular pose. Let's get into our spine and hips. Cat and cow. So an inhale to tip chin up, opening the heart, arching the back. Exhale, starting with the back end if you're able, tuck the pelvis under. Feel the belly button draw up towards spine, rounded back, chin to chest. Inhale, tip pelvis back, belly drops, heart opens, look forward. Exhale, tuck tailbone under. Belly button pulls up towards spine, rounded back, chin to chest. Inhale. This is our back bend or cow pose. Exhale, round it out, cat pose. And do 2 or 3 more like this. And just come back to a neutral tabletop posture. And if you are using a pad, just go ahead and crawl off the pad and just set your blanket or whatever you're using off to the side and come back to your hands and knees. We're going to go through a warrior sequence, mainly to get into our hips, but also to pay attention to our shoulders. So once you're here on your hands and knees, let's step the hands forward a little bit. Spread out your fingers so you have a nice stretch between each finger. And then press your palms flat into your mat. Press until you feel this energy and strength and length in your arms. Tuck your toes under again. Let's do one more cat-cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Hold cat. Keep breathing, of course, but then send knees off the floor, hips up into the air while your head sinks gently between the arms. Keep your knees pretty bent here. That way the hips will continue to rise until they naturally stop. Feel free to make some adjustments with your feet and your hands to help you settle into the pose. A couple of breaths here. Moving into our warriors. Let's inhale, extend right leg up into the air. And exhale, step right foot to the top of the mat or have it land behind the right hand. You'll turn this back leg so your whole foot's on the floor behind you. Make sure you put weight into that foot so you feel like you're even balancing or standing on that foot. That way you have balance between the feet, light hands so you can easily lift, reach forward, rise up. Inhale. Here's our warrior one. Let's just pause for just a moment. Nice extension up with the arms. Breathe in. Exhale, opening to the left side of the room to bring your arms down to parallel. And you'll be in warrior two. Feel free to make any adjustments with your feet if you need to. Feel nice and tall. Moving into side angle pose. Reaching forward to angle the upper half of the body. Rotate the arms so your right arm reaches downward, left hand reaches upward. You don't have to reach the floor here. Just want to stay nice and open. So good endurance building in the arm as the arm is extended into the air. But very slowly reach to the back of the room with the left hand as you bring it down to your side, but you're going to bring this hand and arm behind you. I'm actually going to turn the palm so it's facing away and place the back of my hand on my low back. Now with this left shoulder, because it's kind of dipping forward, I'm rolling it back and holding it back. Just to get a little opening through the chest and shoulder tie-in right here. Let's free this left hand and inhale, re-extend left arm up into the air. Exhale, we'll turn and fold, bring your hands back down to the mat. Slide right foot back, plank pose, pause. Softness in the knees as you now send your hips into the air. Knees soft, downward facing dog. Make some adjustments. Settle in, take a breath. Let's do the other side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Good reach. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat or behind left hand. Once you've landed, turn that right leg. Whole foot's on the floor. Shift weight into that foot. Feel balance between both feet. Light hand so you're easily able to reach forward and rise up. Pausing for a moment in our warrior one. Good extension, lengthening through the sides of the body. Next, exhale, opening up to the right side of the room for warrior two. Make some adjustments with your feet. Check in with alignment. Feel tall. Outstretched arms parallel to the floor. Side angle, reach forward. Angled upper body, rotate the arms. Now, even this left hand or left arm can rest right here on the thigh, which I'm going to do here. Right arm working strongly for you as you reach into the air. Very dynamic, even through the hands and fingers. Slowly start bringing this right arm out and down to the side of your body. Flip the palm away and then place the back of your hand on your low back. And then roll the right shoulder back, hold it back to open up through the chest. A little stretch and opening and release in that chest and shoulder tie-in. Let's release the right arm and inhale, re-extend it into the air. Exhale, we'll turn and fold, bring hands back down to the mat. Slide left foot back, plank pose, another pause. And let's bring the knees to the floor. Let's take a little break here. Tuck your toes, walk your hands towards your knees, just so you can take the weight off of the hands. Just so you can give them a little circle here, because we're going to be on our hands and knees for the next few postures here. So if you ever need to take a quick rest, go ahead and just sit back, get off the hands, so you can give them a little relief. I like to circle the wrists and wiggle the fingers. That helps my wrists here. Alrighty. So we're going to move into spinal balance. And so basically, without really trying to explain it, we'll just do it together. So come back to hands and knees, and you're creating these nice straight lines. Shoulder over wrists, hips over knees, just like that. Now, one thing we did earlier in the practice, I had you engage your belly. Draw a belly button in towards your spine. Since we're on our hands and knees, you're going to feel the belly button kind of pull up towards your spine in this case. And we also do that when we do cat pose. So here we go. Let's do an inhale to a cow, creating that back bend. Exhale, round it out, cat pose, pulling belly button up towards spine. And just hold this posture. Keep the core body engaged. Of course, keep breathing. Now, the hands are on the floor, your knees are on the floor, of course, but you want to have a sensation like the inner arms, like your forearms and your biceps, are moving in towards each other. Same with the inner thighs, squeezing inward towards each other, just as the belly button is pulling up towards spine. It's a way of centering, a way of connecting to your center body, and this is what's going to help us with our balance. So we're still holding our cat pose, a slightly rounded sensation in the body. I'm going to step forward just a little bit here. Now, I'm just going to pick up my left knee and extend the leg back, but keep the toes on the floor. Still slightly rounded in the back. Each exhale, I'm just engaging the core more. Then I'm going to pick up the right hand and extend it forward. Don't worry if it's low. Reach just off the ground. Now, even with the limbs extended here, we're still hugging in towards midline or finding our center. This is where we're going to be moving into that balance. I'm shifting forward slightly, picking up left foot up off the floor, not too high, reaching. So just feeling an extension through the entire body from the right set of fingers to your left set of toes, hugging to midline, belly, arms, and legs. Now you're slightly out of the rounded sensation, more of a straight line now. We're going to inhale and exhale, set the right hand and left knee back down onto the ground, tuck toes, walk hands towards knees so we can get off the hands for a little relief, especially in that left hand. All right, so that's spinal balance. And we want that hugging in sensation towards midline because it really does help us feel centered and balanced. If you feel loose, then you'll definitely fall or just waver or even fatigue quickly. Let's do the other side. Hands and knees, flatten the feet. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Hold cat pose, keep breathing. Each exhale, just articulate that engaged core belly. I'm extending right leg back, keeping the toes on the floor initially. Left arm extends forward, not too high. Back is starting to lengthen. I'm shifting forward slightly so I can pick up the right foot up off the floor. Inhale, reaching long. Exhale, hugging to midline. Both arms, both legs, even though they're not right next to each other. I'm looking directly down so the neck is in the same alignment as the rest of the spine. Very strong position here. Inhale and exhale, bring left hand and right knee back down to the floor. Tuck your toes. Walk the hands back and any relief. Alrighty, so that's spinal balance. So that's a way of bringing balance back into the body, just an alternative to maybe standing on one foot like in tree pose. Now let's add on to our spinal balance and turn it into another pose, which is called tiger pose. And we did a little bit of a warm up because we needed to warm up the shoulders and to get us prepped for this posture. So work with me here. Is our hands and knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Hold cat. Feel that engagement. Extending left leg back, keep toes on the floor. Pick up right hand, extend it forward. Shifting forward a bit, lifting up left foot. Okay, let's add this. We're going to inhale, reach. Exhale, I'll call this a crunch. You're going to bring this left knee and right elbow towards each other underneath you. They don't have to touch. That'll just help you to maintain that nice rounded back sensation and core connection for the balance. Inhale, re-extend, but lift and you'll kind of be in a slight back bend. Now in that back bend, I'm bending this left knee and taking the right arm around back to reach for this foot. Now it's not touching the foot, but I'm just going to kind of kick my left foot over to the right side to actually grab hold of the foot and then bring it back. Now, I'm lifting the foot upward. It's almost like doing cow pose, but I've got this bind and a shoulder stretch that's happening on this right arm. This is tiger pose. Still have to hug to midline for the balance. I'm going to soften, release. Inhale, lift for the back bend. Exhale, crunch for that rounded back sensation. Re-extend to neutral. And then back down to the earth. Tuck toes, sit back. All right, so we've added some dynamics to that posture. So there's a roundedness as we do that crunch, a little back bend as we prep for the tiger pose, which is a bind, reaching back. And don't worry if you can't actually grab hold of the foot. You can just reach back. All right, ready for the other side. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Hold cat, keep breathing. Strong arms, legs, and core. Extend right leg back, keep toes on the floor. Left arm extends forward. Shifting forward slightly, picking up right foot. Inhale, reach to get long. Exhale for the crunch, left elbow and right knee towards each other underneath you. Get that curve in the spine. Inhale, re-extend and lift the arm and leg to get more of a back bend feel. Hold, bend the right knee so that foot lifts. Reach back with this left hand. Now this could be the end of your pose right here. Or if you're able, I'm just bringing this foot over so I can grab hold of it, send it back, lift up. So an inhale, exhale. So this right hand pushing strongly into the floor, arm hugging in, that left inner thigh also hugging inward. This is our tiger pose. Inhale for the release and back bend. Exhale, rounded back, crunch elbow to knee. Inhale, elongate through the body, neutral. Exhale, return to the earth. Left hand, right knee, tuck toes, sit back. Nice. And that's our sequence for today. To finish, why don't we lie on our backs and just do a spinal twist. We just did spinal balance. Let's do spinal twist. Lie down, bring the knees with you. Even a little movement here for a bit of massage in your low back and hips. You can even circle the feet here. And if you need to, circle the wrists and wiggle your fingers. Let's send the knees over to the left side of the room while the right arm extends out to the right. And hold here for maybe 5 breaths. Feeling this nice stretch and release perhaps in the low back, the side of the body. To add a little bit more of that extension, you can even take this right arm behind you like this. Reach. 2 more breaths. When you're complete, let's bring the knees back to center. Pause here for a moment. Then we'll take the knees over to the other side. Knees to the right. Left arm initially to the left. If this feels fine, stay here. Or if you want that extra stretch and lengthening, take the left arm behind you. Noticing your breathing, taking deep breaths. Let's go ahead and take 2 more breaths. And when you're complete, go ahead and return to center just for the realignment of the spine. And then roll completely to either side so you can press yourself up to seated. And bring that blanket back in or pillow to sit on. And sit up nice and tall. Nice lengthened spine after doing our spinal balance and our spinal twist. One last movement together. Inhale, extend the arms into the air. Exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Take another deep breath in and out on your own. And as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow saying, Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.